All right, we're rolling. Bless you.
Perfect timing.
Perfect start. Gesundheit. It is Thursday, April 10th, and we're going to talk about the game of the day for Friday, April 11th. We're coming off a big win. Benji, you're a genius. You
Thank you. I'm
know,
doing good. And it's nice because when you have these types of successes, they just exist in your head. And if you ever tell people, like, I think I'm good at gambling, or like today, like, I'm not like a stocks whiz, but I feel like I make good decisions there.
great.
But every time I tell someone that, like out loud, I'm like, you sound like such a dick right now. Like, nobody believes you. Nobody cares. You don't know anything about stocks. But I'm just like, I think I'm doing good at this. But yeah, so it's good to have a witness to my sixth
I'm
sense.
witnessing it. I think you could say it. I think I mean, I totally understand what you mean as someone who's been gambling, hung out with gamblers for a long time, and you know that people are just lying through their teeth. But I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. So it's great. Yeah, we took the Pirates. They won 2-1 against the Cardinals. And it was great. It was great. So yeah, we're up some money. I believe it's 28 and $27. And if we were betting real money, that would be beautiful. Um, but tomorrow's game is interesting. The free game of the day is excuse me, it's in Arizona. The Diamondbacks are hosting the Brewers, but there's no line on the game. Even though Eduardo Rodriguez is pitching for the Diamondbacks, there's nobody announced from Milwaukee. We don't know who's going to the Hill, so they can't make a line on it. And this is just a stress of being a gambler. I guess we can't do it. Do you want to talk? I think no matter what, I would be on the Diamondbacks tomorrow, but we're not going to do it. Do you? I mean, it's not the same for you. Would you have a strong opinion or an opinion?
Um, I have a feeling I might go over on the run total just because Rodriguez is kind of trash. The Diamondbacks have great bats. The Brewers always pull together runs. So unless the over is like n- I don't know, like I would go over even if it was like 9 runs.
Great, got it. Yeah, I see that. I mean, I saw Rodriguez's ERA. I liked him for a long time. I remember when he came to Arizona, I was excited about it. I've messed with him in fantasy for a while. It just hasn't always totally clicked, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And I don't know what the Brewers are cooking up, but the Diamondbacks are going to score runs. So Diamondbacks are the better team, but I never bet against the Brewers. They are just oddly scrappy. They oddly figure things out, and so that's why I'd lean towards an over. But obviously, I don't know what it is.
yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, I'm currently in Chicago, and I was looking into going to the White Sox game for Jackie Robinson Day next week, which I think would be wonderful. But it's like 44 degrees. It's just not a fun way to take in a baseball game, I think. I just don't. But I would like to go to Milwaukee. I really would. So I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if the Brewers are in town, but I was looking at Chicago baseball. Okay. Well, so we can't bet on the game. We can't bet on the Arizona game. So we talked about this, and yeah, I mean, what do you think we should do?
We were discussing maybe doing. There's two live on Apple TV Plus games tomorrow, and this is a podcast or a baseball show for the everyman. And I think chances are the everyman probably has Apple TV Plus. I know this isn't an endorsement, but I mean it can be, but I have like the Apple package where I get Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, and Apple Storage. I think it's called Apple One, and I probably got some other things. And
Yeah,
so that's like a fee I pay, but it's a pretty good package because you get your music, you
that is a
get
good
Apple
value.
TV, and you never have to be like, I'm out of storage or this or that. You're just like, I got like 2 terabytes, I think, on the iCloud. So like, I just sort of never really have to worry about that stuff.
Let me ask you about that. I have a music provider service as well. Do you use Spotify or you don't? Because great.
I
So
just use Apple.
I'm not using Spotify either, and I think with my Apple, I think you're right. We're not yet endorsed by Apple, but we should be, and I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense. And I do have Apple TV, and I do want to watch some games for free tomorrow. So great, or
Apple
available
One.
to
I
me.
think you also get like games or something too. Maybe your kids will
Let's
like
do
that.
it.
I don't know.
Let's do it. Apple
But two
One.
terabytes
Okay.
of storage, you never have to worry about anything again.
Yeah, right, which is wonderful because I don't like to delete anything. I don't like, yeah. Okay. Love it. So the two games, one is Reds Pirates, is that correct?
Yeah, one's Reds Pirates and one is Tigers Twins. In terms of Reds Pirates, I was looking at it. You got Brady Singer, who I'm a fan of, used to play on the Royals. He got touched up a little bit in his last start, but I think he pitched like 6 innings of shutout ball in his first start at the end of March, something like that.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
I've always really liked him. He lost some fantasy value this year because he went from Kansas City to Great American Small Park, which is known to not be super pitcher friendly. But he pitched well there before in the game he just had there, and I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. I think he's upset that the Royals let him go for India. And also Vegas thinks they have the edge here. I'm pretty sure O'Neal Cruz is hurt, which also hurts my Pirates vibes or
Sure.
maybe he'll play, but I know he was hurt, didn't play the last game, I don't think. And the Pirates are a little shifty. So the lines are plus 130 for the Pirates, negative 155 for the Reds, over 8 negative 118, under 8, negative 102. Pirates with plus 1.5 runs would be running you negative 162. Reds at
Oh, wow.
minus 1.5 runs, plus 136. So this
To
is a
win by
little
two.
this is a
Okay.
little bit of a tough one. I think honestly, I'm gonna go Reds minus 1.5 at plus 136. It's a little ballsy, but I just don't see the Pirates showing up in a serious way. And if I'm gonna take the Reds to win, I might as well take the Reds to win by 2 runs. Big deal. I mean, I see the over under at 8, and I kind of like that, but I
Yeah,
think there's a chance that the score is like 5-1 or 6-0. Like I really think the Reds have a chance to put up some runs and create a lot of room between them and what the Pirates put up.
great. Great. Well, actually, I want to bring up, I have a gambling tip for you, and I want to see how it factors into your opinion here. I want to say, first of all, I also am leaning the Reds, like the Reds tomorrow, like Brady Singer, like the Reds at home. I was advised once by a sharp baseball bettor to look out for the run lines when the home team is the favored run line team because you have to factor in they don't get the bottom of the ninth if they're in the lead. So you're basically giving the other team the top of the ninth to bring that score in. And I'm not saying it's an empirical law or anything, but it is something that I just kind of think about. And when I'm on the fence about stuff like that, I'm usually sacrificing. I see why it goes to a plus price. I see why it becomes a longer shot. So knowing that and knowing it's early in the season, I'm gonna lay the extra juice, do minus $1.55, minus $15, 15.50 to win 10 on the Reds and Brady Singer. But I totally would understand if you everything you're saying. What is that? Yeah, what do you think about that advice?
Smart, definitely smart. I was not thinking that, but I don't know. Something is just telling me that the Pirates really don't have it both offensively and defensively right now. I think that their bullpen sucks. The guy
Plus
pitching for them,
136,
the guy pitching for them sucks.
Bailey
Um,
Falters.
their
Yeah.
their offense seems very weird right now, and so yeah, that's
You're
that's
you're
I'm gonna
you're
stick to it. And I'm
you're
and you're
kind of
right.
you're kind of talking me into it. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go
Yeah, yeah.
ahead.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I really think the Pirates are in a bad spot, and the Reds winning by 2, and I get a little bit of that edge where if
Sure.
I bet $10, I get thirteen
You get
dollars and
four, you
sixty
get 1360. Totally. I mean,
opposed to betting 15 and 50 to win 10. Like now it's
yeah,
like,
just for one more run.
yeah, I don't, yeah,
Uh, okay.
yeah, that's where I'm
Okay.
at.
I like it. I like it. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Good. And I'd also say this: we're in a position where we're forcing ourselves to bet on a one game.
Right.
So you don't have the luxury to walk away from the game and say, "Yeah, I like that
Pass.
game a little better." We kind of got to make a choice here and stick our necks out. And
Sure.
I think when I all things considered, this is the best value bet on this game.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, now can we talk about the Tigers Twins for a moment? Because I didn't know that was on the card, and it's a
I
very
know
interesting matchup to me.
I surprised you.
And so, no, that's, I mean, but it's a very interesting matchup. I've been following this closely because I'm very interested in David Festa, who's
I don't
going
know
to,
anything about him.
okay, so, he hasn't been lights out yet, but I like the Twins pitching a lot. I
Hmm.
don't much care for the Twins lineup. David Festa is one of these like high draft picks. He's like 6'7". He's like he's like one of those with the reach. I like Bailey Ober a lot. I like David Festa. I'm a big Zebby Matthews fan. Like he didn't get do so great in his limited opportunity last year, but he's got the pedigree. It's a home game against a rival, against the Tigers, who, by the way, I don't love stepping in front of the Detroit Tigers either. Okay. But
Hmm.
I don't even know the number yet, but I'm interested in Festa and I'm curious to support him with a little bit of juice. Like I'm pitching for my job. He's like, like he's getting a shot to be in the rotation. So what is the line? Do you know?
Okay, I just gave a quick gander at Festa.
Hmm.
I don't fully trust him.
Fair.
His pitching stats in the minors weren't that great. His pitching stats last year were not that great. And I might be convinced that you see this little spark in him, but I am such a Reese Olson fan. I've had him
Yes.
on so many teams,
I like Reese. Oh, it's against
and
Reese Olson. That's
yeah, and he got knocked around by the Dodgers a little bit in that first series, but like who didn't?
hmm
And also with Reese Olson, I just remember watching him in the playoffs last year because I was like, oh, I'm going to watch him. I've had him on all my fantasy teams. And like, I just remember that he's a young guy. He held his own. He really held his own. And I was like, I think this guy's incredibly underrated. And I also think when a young guy gets to the playoffs, I think it gives him a little more hair on his chest for the next year. And I
totally.
think suddenly they're like, I am an effing dude. I'm that guy. I can handle things. And then not to mention that I really think the Tigers offense is clicking. They lost Glaber. Glaber's hurt, but I love that Torkelson's hitting.
He
Uh
is hitting.
yeah, he's
He's
hitting.
hitting over 300. I mean, he's hitting.
Yeah, and he's got like I think he's going to be a part of that team for a long time. He's just got that sort of vibe.
I mean,
And
we've been waiting a long time for him. I've picked him up and dropped him a lot. So okay.
I have too. I've always had my eye on him. I'm like, no way this guy sucks. I just don't believe it. And he figured something out, like me and my golf game. And
Did.
so since my other pick was a little risky, I am gonna take the Tigers at negative 105. Not so bad. Pretty much even money.
Or if it's been what's Festa?
Negative 115.
He's the favorite. So what the hell is he doing as a favorite? The Twins are 4-9. The Twins have nobody in the line. I mean, that stinks.
No
That, I mean,
idea.
that's fishy.
Something's
That's
fishy. It's
do
fishy,
we
all right.
okay? Do we and what's do we have to bet? Do we have to bet on both? Is that the deal for the day?
We might
That
as well. We've talked
we
about
might
both. Make a choice,
we
buddy.
might as well. Yeah, totally. Okay, okay. If we're making a choice, uh, I like everything you said, and I like Reese Olson, and I'm gonna go with my heart on this one, and I'm gonna
Okay.
back DFS. And I know that I got burned on this in the summer. When we were doing some summer stuff too. I don't know if it was Sasaki. I really wanted to support some rookie pitcher who hadn't done nothing yet because he's got shit to prove to win his job, and he got destroyed. But I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go with David Fest. I'm going to go with the tall drink of water, and I hope he brings home a winner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very, very concerned for you. I really don't believe
Yeah,
in the Twins. And I really believe in Reese Olson, but I gotta let you do your own thing.
Yeah, I mean, I got to do my own thing. Minus 115 on David Festa. You ever look at Lance Brazowski? Is he a dude that you're familiar with? Have you followed him yet? The
Yeah, he's a
pitching,
genius.
he
He's
he
like
he
he's the best.
he's circled David Festa in the past. It's just kind of like, I just put it in the back of my brain. And I know it's early and I like Reese Olson and I like everything you're saying. I just want to root for this guy tomorrow. I just feel like it.
I hear you, but who are you rooting for on the Twins offense? Korea, he's playing like ASS.
Yeah,
Buxton's playing good, but who knows with him? Ty
anything.
France,
They really
uh,
have a terrible lineup. They have a
it's just
terrible lineup.
terrible.
They have a
Uh,
terrible lineup. They have
they're
nobody.
terrible. Your guy can still
There's
show
four,
up, and
they're
it could
four
still
and
not be
nine.
good enough.
They're 4-9. They have no business being favored in this game.
Meanwhile, the
What did
Tigers
Reese
have bats.
what did Reese Olson
Torkelson.
do? What did Reese Olson do last week?
It was like
What
6 innings, 2 earned runs or
Oh,
something.
yeah, well, it was 6 innings, two and runs against the mighty Chicago White Sox. Um, that's not saying anything. That's really, I mean, it's a quality start, which is great. The White Sox are so terrible. I looked at the White Sox stats today because I'm thinking about actually going to their game. Most of the players in the White Sox are not hitting above 190. I'm talking about like 6 of 9 guys in the lineup aren't at 190. What are they doing? So yeah, I want Fest and a little bit of juice, man. I know it's not. I should probably. You know what I should do? This. I should bet the under.
What's the under?
What's the under? Oh, that's no fun.
8.
Um, 8. Oof.
I
Oof.
mean, 4-3,
Under
five
8.
two,
Yeah.
6-1, 7-0. It's not.
Under 8. It's under 8 actually is minus 120, which is even more likely than the minus 115 on Festa. Like that's the heavier bet. Is David Festa gonna? Would And the run line on the Tigers, which if you really like the Tigers, let me say they're the away team. It's like plus 150. Like who's going to score a run for the Twins? I'm just saying, like maybe that's your move. Maybe you do 2 run lines.
What do you mean?
I mean, you like the run line for the Reds at plus 136. Well, the Tigers are away in Minnesota. They they are gonna get the ninth inning no matter what. Maybe it's a run line situation for them.
Quick stat from MLB.com. The
Hmm.
Tigers are ninth in runs scored this year with 59, and the Twins are 22nd with 44.
Hmm. You're making a lot of good points. You're making a lot of good points. I'd love to pass on this game, is the truth. I'd love to just watch
We all
it
want to, but
happen.
yeah,
Yeah,
we gotta make choices here.
it's true. And the funny thing is like, he could pitch great and we also could win the game. And that makes complete sense. Dude's a winner, you know? Dude's
Mhm.
a winner.
Only 6 teams in baseball have scored less runs than the
See,
Twins.
this is the kind of, yeah, what you said they're 20, who's in the Twins company? Like who's just north and south of the Twins? Who are we looking at here?
Twins have 44 runs and they're tied with
Uh,
the Mariners and the Guardians. The
the
Pirates
Mariners,
and the Mets and the Royals and the Rangers have 45, so one more. And then the
yeah,
Marlins and the Rays are at 43. The Rockies are at 40.
it's pathetic.
And then it's Astros at 38, Braves at 35, tied with the White Sox. Wow, the Braves are
Rough.
playing bad.
Bad, bad. It's rough in Atlanta right now. It's rough, no matter what Schwellenbach does.
But the
Yeah.
Twins have scored one more run than the Marlins.
Okay, I'm going to look at one more thing. What did the Tigers do in their recent game? The Tigers beat the Yankees on Tuesday, April 8th, and then the Yankees, they're coming off a loss I mean, they beat the Yankees 2 games to 1 in their last series. They're
Tigers are
playing.
not messing around, dude.
They're
They
not.
are
Yeah, they're
playing,
playing to win.
and they're a young team that just made the playoffs last year. I'm telling you, dude. These guys they've got fire coming out of them.
And so you're bringing up the run scoring because you don't like that eight. That eight makes you concerned. The under is concerning. Is that what you're saying?
For sure, just because if the Tigers score 6 runs and the Twins score 1, I am not surprised and you lose. Oh no, it'd be under. But if the Tigers score if the score is 6-3, I'm not surprised. Like the Twins can eke out runs here and there.
Yeah,
But you're
this
really
is
hoping on
great.
this Festa guy.
You know, I mean, I think the city of Minnesota is hoping on this Festa guy at this point. I mean, they're four and
I
nine,
just
and they're
don't see the numbers, dude. Look at his numbers. When does he do anything good?
what did he do? Didn't wasn't he? What was he doing in the minors? Wasn't he doing like a 1-to-1 strikeout ratio? Wasn't that?
Maybe, but his earned runs weren't good. Like
Yeah, yeah. 20, I mean, you are correct. His ERA and WHIP are really not so cool.
yeah, do you want a guy like that pitching to Torkelson and Carpenter and Riley Green?
Riley Green, even Javier Baez, who I've always enjoyed until recently, is hitting the
Oh,
baseball
and
well
that
right now.
that that Dingler guy has been hitting
Oh
the
my
ball
God, their
well.
catcher, they got this magical catcher.
You think they're scared of this guy who knows how to strike people out but lets up runs left and right?
And you said it's minus 105 on Olson.
Yeah, seems pretty
Okay,
chill, bro.
seems pretty chill. I mean, this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to win. I'm here to look at every angle. Um, okay, if I do 155 on the Reds, if I go back to my non-run line and do 105, I'm basically betting my $26 minus 260 to win $20. 26 to win 20. Or I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the Reds minus 155, and I'm gonna flip flop and go Tigers minus 105. And I wish David Festa well. That's what
So
I'm doing.
you took my bets,
Well, I'm taking your second bet for sure.
but
For sure.
you also took the Reds.
I did, but I'm taking the Reds without the additional run line.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, you
Okay.
took. All right.
I'm taking the I'm because I that I just I want to see that. 10 to win 1360. Wow. We haven't had one of these before. This is a really serious situation, you know.
What do you
Um,
mean?
I just like it. There's a lot of ins and outs to this game. There's a lot of what have yous here. This is great. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. And so your plan is to do $10 to win 1360 and then $10 and then 1050 to win 10 on Reese Olson. Is that the plan?
10 to win 13
Mm-hmm.
on Brady Singer and the Reds.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm doing 10, yeah,
1050 to win 10.
$10.50 to win
You
10
know,
on Reese Olson.
Benji, I think you've shown a lot of leadership tonight, and I'm in for it. I'm doing both. I'm doing the plus price. I'm doing the plus price, and I'm doing the thing on Reese Olson. And
I'm not
that's
trying to sell you on it. I'm
I
just letting you know where I'm at.
I
Just
I
putting
I
that
don't
out there.
I don't feel so. I think that this has been a really helpful discussion. So yeah. Okay, we are doing the same thing today tomorrow on Apple TV. Um, we are on the Reds minus 1.5, and we are on the Lion. Oh my God, on the Detroit Tigers, 1050 to win 10. Good luck. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
Great
When we
game.
get an
Good
intern,
baseball.
we should know how well we do when we agree versus when we don't.
I think that is a stat we need to keep. I totally agree. Yeah, let's get it. If anybody's interested in interning for us, drop a comment below, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, my phone's already ringing off the hook.
All right.
Okay, have a great night, man.
You too.
We'll talk tomorrow. All right, good luck. Bye.